Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I took part in UTCTF which ran from March 29th to March 31st, 2024. In this video, I am going to show you how to solve some of the challenges in this CTF. So let's start. The first challenge I am going to solve is in the forensics category called OSINT 1. The description is, it seems like companies have document leaks all the time nowadays. I wonder if this company has any. Note, it turns out there is also an actual company named Kaku in Japan. The real company is not in scope. Please don't try and hack them. We are provided with a link and two hints. The first hint is, you're looking for a leaked document, you won't find it on their website. And the second one is, accounts online associated with the scenario should be fairly distinguishable. So I go here, and so we're talking about a leaked document. Also, this is OSINT 1 and there's OSINT 2 and OSINT 3. So if we read the description for OSINT 2, just can you find where the person you identified in the first challenge lives? And yeah, so it's basically about a person who leaked the documents. So we go to team, and then these are all the people, and I searched for every single one of them on Twitter and I found Cole Minnerton on Twitter right there, and we have a link to a link tree. I go to link tree. We have a lot of link trees here because there's a lot of challenges, so all of these are helpful to us, but the main one we are looking at right now is YouTube. This one is very useful for the other two challenges. So here it says come hang out with me on Discord, and then there's a Discord server link. So if I join that Discord, it's 3 people talking to each other, and if you scroll up you can see they're talking to each other, and then they're talking about basketball, and then there's this document trustleakcontract.pdf. If you download and open it, it's a software development agreement, and you can see right here is our flag. Yup. Let's move on to the next challenge. The next challenge I'm going to solve is in the reverse engineering category called beginner basic reversing problem. The description is so many function calls, but are they that different? We're given with a baby rev download binary. If I download that and put it on dogbowl.org, which is a decompiler online, and I search for main, you can see here is main, and we have a keygen function which is called by main, which is right here. And above that you can see we have these functions L19, L18, and what caught my attention is hex 7d, that is a closing curly bracket. That is what our flag ends with. And then you can see all of these are hex characters, and hex 5f is a underscore. And so what I did, I scrolled all the way up, and from hex 75 all the way to hex 7d I made a list of them, and this is the list. So I copy them, and these are our flag characters. So I can say X is that, and then basically just convert them to ASCII and then add it in our flag variable. And as you can see, we got our flag. Let's move on to the next challenge. The next challenge I'm going to solve is also in the reverse engineering category called fruit deals. The description is, I found a Excel sheet with some great deals thanks to some random guy on the internet. Who doesn't trust random people off the internet, especially from email? The flag is the file name that was attempted to be downloaded wrapped in UT flag. Note, the file imitates malicious behavior. It is not malicious, but it will be flagged by antivirus. You probably shouldn't just run it though. Then we are given with an Excel file. I have downloaded the Excel file right here. It's called deals, and I open it and enable editing, and then it says Microsoft has blocked macros from running because the source of this file is untrusted. So if it doesn't show this to you, you can go to file options, go here, trust center settings, macro setting, and enable all macros. Okay, and if it gives you that error, there's an easy fix. You go here, right click, properties, and then you click unblock. Okay, then I'll just close this and then open it again. And okay, now I can go to view macros. So there's one which is filled with random base 64, so it would probably fill all these random deals with base 64, and then there's auto open. So if I click edit, so it does a lot of operation. It's adding stuff like http and then a link, and then all the way at the end, so there's a f variable which adds all of these variables and stores it into f. Then it opens this YouTube link for us and takes us to that link. So if I were to run it, it would open another link for me. So I can close that and then go back to Excel. So what I can do, I'm going to edit, so I can remove this URL. Then I can put message box, it's a message alert box f, so it will tell us the contents of f, which has a lot of variables in it. So if I save this and then I run this, it gives us a PowerShell command from fruitgang.malware, so that is where our malware is, and then banana something, and then it adds a .exe. It does $CNTA plus .exe, and $CNTA is this. So this .exe is our file name. So if I go head over to Sublime Text, and then so our flag is going to be UT flag banana hackers 09182 afd4.exe. So I can go here and then submit the flag, and it says you already solved this. Let's move on to the next challenge. The next challenge I'm going to solve is in the web category called beginner off-brand cookie clicker. If I click on it, the description is I try to make my own version of cookie clicker without all of the extra fluff. Can you beat my high score? And it says my record is this much. Can you beat it? And then if you click, it increases the number of clicks. If I view the source using Control U, and there's an if statement, if count is greater than or equal to this number, which is the same as this, fetch/click using post method with this headers, and the body is count is equal to number, and then it will alert data.flag. So that's what we need to do, but on our own, without of course clicking it that many times. So I'm going to open the favorite web tool for everyone, Burp Suite, and then next, start burp. So we go to proxy, intercept is on, go over here and select the burp proxy, then refresh. We get this, we can press Ctrl R to forward it to the repeater. Then if I send it, you can see we get the thing that we are expecting, and then we can click. So I'm going to change this to post/click count is equal to, and then just do this, and then we need to make sure our content type is this, and also change the accept to that as well, so that we actually get the flag instead of an error, because we need to accept that. And then as you can see, we got our flag. Let's move on to the next challenge. The next challenge I'm going to solve is also in the web category called Schrödinger. The description is, hey, my digital cat managed to get into my server and I can't get him out. The only thing running on the server is a website a colleague of mine made. Can you find a way to use the website to check if my cat's okay? He'll likely be in the user's home directory. You'll know if he's fine if you find a flag.txt, and then we're provided with the link. I'm going to copy this and go to Ubuntu, paste the link on my Firefox, and upload a zip file here, and I'll show you what is inside. So of course, if I just make a simple file a.txt and then put flag please, then I can zip a.zip to a.txt. Okay, and then I go here, browse a.zip, select, and then upload file, and it tells us the contents of a.txt. Now there is this thing about zip that you can use symlinks. So if I were to remove my a.txt, then say that a.txt points to /etc/passwd. So if I was going to, oops, that's my bad, it should be the other way around, like that. So if I do ls and then file a.txt, you can see it's a symbolic link to etc/passwd. So if I were to read this, it would give me the contents of etc/passwd. Now if I make a zip file right now and upload it, it would give me the contents of my etc/passwd, because it first reads the data and then stores it in a zip. But fortunately, there's this thing called zip --symlinks, which will keep the symlinks as is. So when I upload it, it will give me the etc/passwd of the system, that of the server that the website is running on. Also note one thing, that it says it's in a user's home directory, so it would be /home username /flag.txt, and we don't know what the username is, but we can read /etc/passwd to figure out what the username is. So I do the same thing, a.zip to a.txt, go here, browse a.txt, select and upload file, and as you can see we get the contents, and all the way at the end there's Copenhagen, and it's the user /home /Copenhagen and with bin sh. So I'm going to copy that. That means we would have /home /Copenhagen /flag.txt. So I can make another symlink to that file. So if I do sf, f would be to force. If I were to use s like that and then a.txt, it would say a.txt file already exists. So sf is to force, like overwrite it, and then file a.txt, and it's a broken symbolic link because I don't have this file in my current system Linux, but the server does. Then I can do the same zip, there we go, and then go here, browse a.zip and then upload file, and as you can see we got our flag.